Okay, so really quickly, I just wanted to show you how to get to where we map those custom follow-up processes to the custom statuses. In your configuration, salespeople will not be able to see process. When you look at a customer record inside of VinSolutions, you, as an administrator, can see both boxes, status and process. Salespeople would not see this. Would not have it configured that way. You do have the ability, though, to let your salespeople see status. That's a way to only allow them access to certain things. So what I want to show you real quick is how we map statuses to process. So when we talk about that situational workflow, when we do engage with that consumer, what we want is the salesperson then to change this status bucket to one of these. And you already have some custom statuses mapped. I don't know if that was in there previously, honestly, because I don't think we'd gotten to this point. But, or if you had Nick hop in there and give you some today. Either way, at least on the Ford store, there are a few of them in here. But I want to show you where they are found. So you know where to go in and set up processes. But when we go to settings, we're going to come to ILM and CRM settings. And then right down here, custom lead statuses. We can do the same thing for finance. So as, excuse me, I'm sorry, as we're working and desking the deal, so it's pending finance, need a code, need STIPs, need whatever it might be, we can do the same thing in market and finance when we end our visits for desking. But we're just going to talk about this lead status. So you come in here, pretty simple screen. Right now we have it set to only allow managers to change custom status on leads. What we're talking about with the situational workflow is checking this box to allow salespeople to change custom status on leads. Then what we have to do is simply map the processes that we have built in custom follow-up processes to these statuses. So as you can see here, we've got short-term map to short-term, re-engage to re-engage, hot prospects, and long-term. Mapping the status to a process is actually pretty easy. You just would come in here and there's a description. So these are some statuses that are not currently being used. There's some common statuses, and then you can then map them to a process. So you can pick your process, and we can add these processes in the regular settings section where you would set up your internet or Sharma phone processes, and I'll take you there in just one moment. And then of course we've got active statuses, if we wanted one of these to automatically mark it bad. But so here we are, and we could then type in a description of things that we wanted. If we wanted to say it was a 72-hour buyer, we could do that and then map it to one of these processes. You've got a hot prospect. So when I said we could make these whatever you want to make them, it's something we should definitely talk to your sales management and your desk managers about, because if we can get them bought into this by letting them help create some of these processes, they will be more likely to hold the sales staff accountable. So real quick, I will show you, because you may have seen this already. So going into your settings, into your sales and service settings, which is where all your regular settings are, your internet, all that good stuff. Right here up top is your custom follow-up. And in here is where you can create any of these custom follow-up processes. So it looks like you have a few more in here created than you have mapped to statuses for the staff to use. So at this point, we come in and we determine what we want it to do, right? Adding those, it's fairly simple. Your long-term follow-up process and or wish list process basically has just a once-a-month task for the person to look at the profile and see what's going on, and that goes on for 12 months. So that's fine. That's perfect. Then you've got your hot prospect, which has, just these are those generic tasks we talked about. Check on this, day 1, day 2, day 3. When we look at these, though, for the hot prospect where they're actively engaged, I'm sorry, I just want to look at the task. Is it spinning on me here? We'll get it to catch up. I promise this would only be 5 minutes. I'm running over. Sorry. So if we look at one of these for the generic task, it's going to the sales rep. This one's also. So these are probably all designed to go to the sales rep. If it's a hot prospect, I would actually also recommend inserting a manager task or alert as well. Because if it is a hot prospect, we want to get a manager to have an early touch on this account for this particular consumer. But of course, this part is easy. We can set up as many as you'd like and customize them exactly for your store. And then we just map them under the other section to the statuses and check the box and start working with your team and training them on making sure that they move it to a new custom status, which we will know. We'll talk status to the salespeople, but we will know that we have it marked and mapped to a custom process.